Hey everyone, welcome to Lavo's Fact Friday. I am Gordon Yang.
And I'm Orly Bryan.
Oh, by the way, Orly, have you noticed anything different in this room today?
Actually, yes, the table was rotated today for a special surprise production that we will tell you more about at the end. So let's continue. We're coming to you from the student newsroom here at De Anza College on the third Friday of winter quarter. Today we'll be bringing you updates and campus events.
First off, recently, Lavo's discovered that the elevators all over the campus hold permits that have been expired for 3 or even more years. Let's hear from our editor-in-chief, Wylder Robison, who was on the scene.
I'm here at the campus center elevator. We're right behind me. The permit said it expired on 2020, and the last time it was inspected was in 2019. The campus center elevators aren't the only elevators with expired permits. Here at the Flint Center garage, the elevators behind me, they've been expired since 2023. Do you use the elevators often on campus?
All the time. All the time.
How would you feel about using them if you knew some of the permits were expired?
I wouldn't feel so good.
Before today, did you ever think about campus elevators being maintained or their permits?
Never once. I just thought you kind of keep up with them as you go.
Do you use the elevators often on campus?
I don't, to be honest. I use the one the most probably at the MLC building.
Did you know that has an expired permit on the elevator?
No. Actually, I do use the one in the parking lot too.
That one's also expired. Do you think the campus should do more to keep on top of the elevator permits and inspections?
I think so because this morning I actually parked at the very top and I was on my way to the bottom and it made like some weird noise. Like it dropped pretty quick, normal than usual.
Would you still take the elevators knowing that the permits were expired?
For myself, I would do it. Would I advise other people to? Probably not.
Do you any of you use the elevators quite frequently?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I got class in MLC.
Do you know the elevator MLC's its permit's been expired for the past 2 years?
What? Expired? Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Basically, you got to get it inspected about once a year, and last time they got it inspected, I think it was in 2020. We'll correct it if wrong, but yeah, I think 2020 is the last time.
Oh my goodness, that's awful. They're not taking care of us.
I mean, I've used the elevator in the library, and
that one's expired too.
It's creepy. It makes these banging noises when you go up and down. I'm just crossing my fingers so it doesn't just drop me.
Sweet.
Shifting gears, Lavo's reporters Ariel and Mary asked students around the campus about their feelings on the current state of the country. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Ariel Alvarez reporting from Lavos News. Here we're going to be talking to students and asking them how the current state of the country has been affecting them. How do you feel about the current state of the country right now, and has it been affecting you mentally, physically, and emotionally?
How's the current state of the country? Couldn't be any better. I love kidnapping random children off the streets, tearing them from their moms and dads. Me personally, I feel so happy every day watching the news, seeing someone die, someone innocent, and it brightens my day. Almost a week, let's say, and then I forget about it because we forget easily.
All right, so how would you describe the current political climate of the U.S. right now?
Chopped. It's not ideal, I think, especially for anyone who is even a little bit left-leaning. I also know some Republican people who are also not happy about who's our president and about the people who are in power right now. So yeah, I would say overall chop.
How would you describe the current political climate of the U.S. right now?
I would say it's very divided. I feel like it's important for each person to have their own ideas, but I feel like I took AP Gov last year since it's my first year. But I remember we had this one unit where we saw kind of how Democrats and Republicans have slowly started to drift apart in terms of seeing eye to eye. So yeah, in terms of that, it's just purely divided.
How would you describe the current political climate of the U.S. in your own words?
Oppressive and kind of stuck, I guess, in terms of politics. It doesn't seem like the government, the Republican or the Democratic Party are doing anything to help the citizens in terms of the economy, in terms of the housing crisis, in terms of the protests, the ICE raids and everything. It feels like the government is working actively against its citizens right now. Well, seeing the news every day just makes me really depressed. I've been to some protests, and being at those doesn't really make me feel any better. It just makes me feel worse because it doesn't seem like we're making any progress in terms of anything.
How would you describe the current state of the world right now, or the country?
Well, I think there's a lot of confusion. I think there's a lot of anxiety as well. And you might think, well, throughout history there have always been problems. But now we have a lot of problems that are on a national scale that are affecting everyone in the U.S. And then, of course, America affects everyone internationally.
In other news, the protests in Iran are becoming more violent, with the government frequently imposing near-total internet blackouts during protests. According to anonymous sources from students on campus, the embassies in Tehran are using Starlink without a password. Those who are standing near the Denmark embassy, for example, will be able to connect and use their network to connect with their families abroad. Spreading awareness of the protest, the Enza Iranian Student Association tabled at the main quad on Wednesday, January 14th. Our Lavos reporter is working on a detailed articles about the Enza's Iranian students' input. Stay tuned.
Moving on to sports, the men's basketball team won against Cañada College 90-89 in a home game on Wednesday. Gordon and I were both there for the very close and competitive game. It actually came down to the last seconds of overtime. Let's take a look at some highlights.
OMG, yes, I still remember that clean, smooth layup by freshman Deshaun Poston.
They will also be playing an away game at Ohlone tonight at 6 p.m. With that, thank you for tuning in. This is Orly Bryan.
And this is Gordon Ann covering the latest news here at the Enza. Oh wait, hold on. Why is our table placed horizontally?
Oh right, on the topic of basketball, yesterday sports editor Ashrita Shawn interviewed 3 sophomore players, Gio Bravelli, number 12, Theo McDowell, number 24, and Makai Thomas, number 2. The interview took place here in the newsroom and they had to rearrange some things, so stay tuned for Ashrita's video.
We will look forward to it. See you next week for our next Lavos Fact Friday.
Whoa, that could have been bad.